What's up? How you
What's up,
doing?
Rick?
How's it going?
It's going great. Everybody's like, where's Rick? Where's Rick? And look, boom, boom, I
What's
got
up?
Rick right here, y'all.
Going? Been a long time. How you been?
It's so great to see you.
Likewise.
I've been good. I've been working. I've been grinding. I've been running. I've been screenwriting. I've been doing a lot. But I've been here in New York City holding it down.
So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Same, just been hanging, with the fam, just trying to maintain through all this craziness.
I know. I know. I mean, and you have such a beautiful family, your wife, your baby, like you guys are just like the most adorable family, and it's so amazing that you get to share them with us even through Instagram and all of that. Like your family is just beautiful. So I send so much
Thank you
love to
so
your
much.
family.
Nah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, me and we just, doing the homework, the homeschooling, and you know, learn, helping my daughter with all that fun stuff, and at the same time, just trying to create like, trying to keep a normal like routine, trying to keep a sanity in the home. Obviously, being quarantined and stuff like that. So it's just all about like, how do you create normalcy through all of it, right? And so I think that's been our focus, is just like, how do we do that, and how do we maintain it? So, but yeah, other than that, man, just trying to keep a positive head about everything.
Absolutely. I mean, and so much is going on in the world right now, for us to be even talking in this moment, right? With all the things going on, and I got to shout out, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. There's so many things and so much change that's happening because of all this. I'm curious from your point of view and your perspective, are things changing? Are you noticing things happening?
Yes, I do. I think we all feel it, right? I think we feel like there's this shift happening. You know, um, I heard someone say yesterday that we've been here before, and it's true, we have. The 60s weren't very long ago. Rights movement wasn't very long ago, and there was some significant change that happened there. I think the conversation has now further progressed towards another nuanced level, where now we can discuss things that I think, the white community and white people are starting to really understand and gather and say, oh, maybe I'm also a part of this conversation. I didn't realize I was. So I think that conversation is starting to be way more prevalent, and I think it's very healthy. And this discord that we're having is it's extremely necessary. And I think because of it, I'm personally seeing people, having conversations that are extremely healthy and saying, you know, um, I think I see this in myself, or I see something that maybe I need to apologize for, and now I'm gonna be on the lookout for it. And so to me, it's all a good thing.
Absolutely, right? It's about keeping the conversation going, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's what that communication is everything, and so, um, but at the same time, action needs to happen. You know what I mean? And I think now more than ever, you know, and that's one thing that's really brought me hope. During these times, is kind of like seeing the young people, the young community, this young generation that a lot of people felt like only cared about devices and clothes and music and all these things. Is no, they're out there actually fighting and letting their voices be heard. And that made me really emotional. I was just on Instagram like a few days ago, just scrolling, and just my entire timeline was flooded with just, the strength and the fight that young people have today. And that made me emotional, and that made me happy, because I said, if it's in their hands, we'll be okay.
Absolutely. I mean, look at your trajectory and where you've come from and where you are now. You know, I would love to get a little bit of perspective of that, because when you first started out, you know, you were literally the only Latino out in the scene, out in the game, you know, and you've been paving the way for so many of us to be seen and to be heard. And, you know, I'm curious, have along the way, have you seen more Latinos? Have you seen more folks of color coming into spaces, not only as actors, but as screenwriters, as producers, as directors? Like, do you see more of us taking up space?
Well, I wouldn't, I don't want to take that, you know, I was the only one, or, you know, there's definitely John Leguizamo, there's definitely people before me who's killing it, doing their thing. Um, I think, you know, to answer your question though, like, yeah, I think now I'm starting to see, like, for example, I have seen, you know, I have worked with Latino writers on Arrow. There was um, a young Mexican writer who was a staff writer on the show, and he was also allowed to
Oh, hey,
produce.
Rick,
And
hold on a second.
yeah.
Folks are saying that maybe your headset might not be helping. Do you
Oh,
think you might be
really?
able to just, yeah, let's try.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
Let's see.
Is that better?
Maybe that'll help. See, it's about communication, and our, you know, folks are letting us know, so it's great.
Can't hear you guys. Hold on. Hold on one second.
You know, we're working this out. New York to LA, you know? Yeah, it might be messing with the Wi-Fi, but it's all good.
Hello, hello, hello. Is that better? Hello,
Yeah,
hello. You good? Okay.
sounds great. Yeah. So you were telling us about the
Turn off
Latino writers
Bluetooth.
on Arrow.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, for example, there was definitely a writer on the staff who you know, was on working with us, and I won't say that I've had too many opportunities to work with, you know, many Latinos. Dominic Colon, shout it out, Josh Segarra. Absolutely. What up, Dominic? Josh is an incredible actor. Boricua came and killed it, became the best villain on Arrow. And I just feel like, you know, that I would like to see more of it. And I was hoping that, you know, uh, hopefully for me, I would be able to like create more opportunities where I could, you know, work with more, you know, Latinos that look like me and that, you know my culture, you know, because I think it's, they're saying I need to kill the Bluetooth.
Yeah, because I'll do it too. I'll
Okay.
kill the Bluetooth, I'll kill the Wi-Fi, whatever. Lo que sea, sea.
No.
Quítate el Bluetooth. Vamos a desconectar todo este Bluetooth, toda esta cosa. Vamos a desconectar. ¿Tú vas a
I see
entender?
Calixto like saying the Bluetooth. I'm like, it's weird. I don't know. I guess it's not working today. All right. Nope. No
I
headphones. Here
know.
we are.
But you can hear me good, right?
I can hear you. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Can y'all hear me? Is that good? We're having a Teddy Riley moment.
That's good. That's good. But it's all good because you're here with Dulce, presented by the New York Latino Film Festival. And I'm your host,
Yes.
Patty Dukes, and we're talking with Rick Gonzalez. So it's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing to be here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, look, you know, just have I seen it enough? Not as much as I'd like. You know, have I have worked with many Latinos? Yes. I'd like more. I'd like that to be more, but I'd also like to see more, like, you know, being the content creators. And I haven't really worked with any content creators much that were Latino, that were, you know, American Latino, you know. And I think that's so needed because it's them who's creating the content and creating the ideas and able to pen the ideas and stories that, you know, actors like myself can partake in. So I need to see more of that, you know, and I'm hoping that, you know, throughout this whole change that's happening right now in our country, that this would, like, you know, allow Hollywood to kind of like take the onus and really jump in front of that and really work on that.
For sure. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
curious if you have advice for folks who might be watching right now or in the future, right? Like, what are some advice that, tips or things to really get their work out there? Whether they are an actor, but maybe they're a writer, maybe they're a producer, maybe they're, something else. And like, how do you get your foot in the door? What are some tips that you think could help?
That's a good question. I get that question asked a lot, and I think there is no right way, right? I mean, I think with our career, there's just no right way of being successful in it, except just having the content or the talent or the hunger and desire to want to like knock down doors and say, hey, I have something to offer. And I think the most important thing that I've always felt like what separates people that are genuinely serious about their sorry the thing that separates people, and I feel like in terms of like being really super serious about their craft and wanting to be successful at it, is just the amount of work that they put in on their own. Like taking their craft and taking their script idea or taking their love for directing and filmmaking and just absorbing all the knowledge, learning everything there is to know about that craft. Because I think if you try to do the content before understanding the craft, then I think you do a disservice to yourself in terms of being prepared for the moment. Because I think people overlook the idea that sometimes um, just having the idea is enough. And it is sometimes, but people need you to be a leader sometimes, and to be a leader in your purpose and in your craft, you need to rely on training, and you need to rely on experience and learning the craft of what you care about, and that will help you to solve problems, because creating content in this industry will always bring you towards problems, and you have to learn how to solve those problems. So for me, I always encourage people to just learn. And it doesn't always have to be through a classroom. It can be from a book. It can be from studying people that you respect and admire. It can be from sitting with a mentor and learning the craft and getting firsthand account. It can be studying films and studying your favorite actor, studying your favorite writer, or studying your favorite a songwriter, whatever you want to do, right?
Right.
I think that's the most important thing, because it will help you in terms of ushering someone else who might need the help as well, and I think that's the most important thing.
I think that's so beautiful. It's definitely about lifting each other up, and
Yeah.
being in these spaces. I'm curious, what has been keeping you motivated and inspired, right? Like, you're always growing, learning, doing new roles, doing new things. What's that fire and that hunger that motivates you?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's been tough to be, it's been a rough 2020. It's been hard to be inspired, right? It's been beating us all up. So I think, like I said before, like seeing the young people today and just seeing their fight out there and protesting and, fighting for what's right, and for what's just and honest and true. That's been inspiring. Um, I've been fortunate to have close friends around me who have been motivational and just saying like, this is the moment to, create protest art. I got to give a shout out to my dear friend Lemon Anderson, who the other day on Instagram just said like, now's the time for protest art. And I echo those words to people who are listening, because if you do have a talent, if you do have something, he's absolutely right. This is the moment for us to have a voice and to be heard by the powers that be, because we're in a position right now where, especially as Latinos and as Black people, we have to really bring our art to the forefront, with a message behind it about who we truly are and how valuable we are in this climate and in this industry. So that's super important. And so I think, having, loved ones and friends that challenge you and that want to see you do well, I think that's inspiring. And I think I'm just trying to hold on to that. You know what I mean? Because we're only 6 months into 2020, and it's been a rough one.
It sure has. I'm curious if growing up in New York City, you know, especially in Bushwick, like, did it at all prepare you for what's going on right now? Like, how did New York City influence you?
You know, New York, I mean, to be fair, like, you know, New York was actually like a beautiful experience growing up, because I didn't, you know, in terms of like personally for me and how I in my life, you know, New York was more like it taught me hunger, but it didn't teach me, you know, the nuances of like corporate America. It didn't teach me the nuances of like, you know, dealing with passive aggressive energy from white people or microaggressions from white people. And, you know, it didn't teach me any of that, you know, because the white people that I grew up with listen to hip hop and, you know, also, you know, understood the way I talked and understood where I came from, didn't judge me for it, you know. But when I came to California, it was a different story. So I had to learn things again. So, you know, New York didn't prepare me in that way. New York prepared me for like being hungry, you know, and being prepared and being, you know, ready for the moment, you know, and walking into a situation and saying, well, I have what it takes. I know that, you know, so now I just got to go do it. And so, so there's like the dichotomy of like what New York was able to bring for me. But that's my personal experience. You know, it's different. I mean, you know, there's other people that have different, you know, experiences growing up in New York. But for me, that's how it was, you know, and I miss it and I love it, you know, and New York always will be that place that, you know, just breeds this desire in me to just like represent.
Word up. Well, New York always gonna love you. That's for sure, you know? And I mean,
100%, and I love it.
hey, I mean, you've done so much, Rick. Is there something left that you still want to do?
I think I want to write. You know, I want to write content. I want to produce. Um, and God willing, maybe I'll direct someday. I don't know, but I think writing and producing, I want to do that. I want to be able to create the content, you know, and create sort of like a nuanced content that I feel like um, somebody like myself growing up would have needed to see, you know. Um, I think about like John Leguizamo and Hanging with the Homeboys, you know, um, stuff like that, you know, very nuanced, you know, stuff that, you know, I feel like speaks to, you know, being a Latino from the East Coast or from Chicago or something, you know, where like I just felt like those ideals and, you know, just being from the Caribbean, you know, I think those stories need to be told more. So I'd love to kind of try to create that kind of content. And there's a lot of
That's
talented actors
beautiful.
that need that kind of work, you know. So yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely. Well, you got my support right here. Oh yeah.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, it is about writing and it's about creating space and opportunity. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
more that we can open the doors for other people, then like we're all in there, right? As opposed to just being one person in there. So it's a beautiful thing that you're thinking about everyone else and not just yourself in this moment. So it's dope.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah.
think that's the important thing. I think you know, I think this idea of Latinos celebrating each other for every win, small ones, the big ones, the not judging it, but just celebrating it, you know, and it doesn't have to be in such a way where we need to, you know, make it such a big deal, but the acknowledgement of each other to say, hey, I see you working, I see you doing your thing, congrats, you know, much love, keep going, you know. I think that is powerful in its own, you know, and you know, I'm proud to be from New York because I feel like that's what we do, you know. We celebrate all the wins, no matter what kind of win it is, no matter what kind of role or directing gig or produce whatever you're producing, whatever it is, if you're able to feed your family with it, if you're in your purpose and you're telling your stories, if you're, you know, if you're man, if you're a guest star on that Law and Order spot, but you killed it, you was doing your thing, like, congratulations, it's like, that's not easy, it's a victory in itself, and I think if we celebrate each other in all those little moments, that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. I feel like we do get caught up in the culture of celebrating the big things. Only when you sign with a label, you sign with this, or you get a big check. But those little wins are what amount to those big things. And
Yeah.
everyone seeing those little steps is part of the journey. And
Yeah.
I feel like that with you. I've been able to see your career from those small steps to see it now that I feel like I've been a part of your career in that way, and I know that all your fans feel that same way, that they're like, yes, he's doing it now, he's here, now he's there, now he's doing
Yeah.
more. And it feels like now, we could see ourselves in you, and I think that that's also powerful.
Thank
So
you.
every door you walk through, you're walking through with all of us right behind you.
Whew. Man, that's heavy, but I never saw it that way. I always saw it like I'm in my purpose, and I'm doing what's fulfilling me, what's making me happy. And then slowly but surely I start to realize, like, oh, identity. Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely. And so just being here, just being myself, just getting every single little victory is enough, Um, and I think, that's the powerful thing. It's like, how would I have felt if I would have saw somebody that looked like me when I was younger, going to Ridgewood theaters to watch a movie, and to see, someone that looked like me as the protagonist, and so that's a very powerful thing, and I think, again, it's all about identity for me. And so I just hope and pray that maybe one day I'll be able to create the content that can inspire identity in somebody that looks like us, and that looks like me, and that understands us, and we could be able to show the value in that. I think it's time. I mean, we've been saying that for so long, but it's time. It's like, it's time to do, not say.
Exactly. That's it. Well, we're setting it off right here, and we're going to be doing a lot this year. That's for
Amen.
sure. I'm curious, are there things that you're working on? I know that productions and a lot of things stop, but are there things that
Yes.
are coming up? Are there things that you're
Yeah.
working on that people could find out about or get excited about and support you on?
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, because of COVID-19, I was in the middle of shooting something. Can't speak on it just yet. But yes, I was definitely in the middle of shooting something. So we're just waiting to see, like, all the logistics, and see what's happening. But stay tuned. You guys will know as soon as I'm allowed to say.
Great. I can't wait, because I know so many people, just really miss you in all these spaces. I want to see you.
Absolutely. And yeah, and they might see me a lot of me, so it's gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be a good one.
That's a hit, y'all. I'm gonna do some digging. I'm gonna find out what's going on. But something else that we share a deep passion for is hip hop.
Yes.
And we love music. And I'm curious, are you still working on music? Do you still, do you have
No,
time to even do that?
well, I don't rap anymore. I've let that go. It's been like 5 years since I've written a rhyme. But no, I haven't done that. But I actually recently, just to kind of like get the creative juices flowing again, I decided to like learn how to make production. So I just, on the laptop, just grabbed the MIDI controller and just started making beats. And for me, it was just kind of a challenge because my mind doesn't think that way. I was more just like songwriting. But now I just found this need to just kind of like create the production, So it's been fun and it's been great. It's just like a different, you know, it's like forcing me to like create something from a different place inside of me that I didn't know I could access, because to me, it just always felt like math, and I'm a terrible mathematician. I always sucked at math, you know. I think of myself as a techie, but that's too far. Just, to play with program software and keyboards and stuff. I'm like, but now I'm kind of like, oh, I think I can get the hang of this. So, but in terms of music, you will not be hearing anything more from me in terms of me. It's done. Those days are over.
Oh my goodness.
They were fun
Maybe
while they
one day,
lasted.
a little rhyme, cipher or something. Maybe one day I'll get you to do something, but I don't know.
I don't think you could, Patty. Ain't
Oh,
happening. But you
listen,
got
you
those.
talking to
You was,
Patty Dukes now. So
but you get busy. I know you still get busy.
I know. So if one day on stage, I might invite you and be like,
No,
come do some things. But it's
no.
beautiful. You also have a very special day coming up.
Yes, yes.
This month,
Yeah,
June 30th, is your birthday.
it is. Yeah.
That's amazing. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Thank you.
I can't believe it. Like all this stuff is going on. Do you have any plans? Are you going to be doing anything?
Just hanging with family. Just simple. Like last year, I was at my buddy Lemon's house in his backyard in Brooklyn. Just all the fellas, all the friends, and I was celebrating my 40th together, and that was perfect. Just friends, family, burgers on the grill. We're playing Nas, and we're just happy. And I'm actually grateful for that we did that last year because with us being on quarantine and stuff, I'm just gonna spend it with really close family this year in LA. But you can't ask for a better birthday if you're healthy, you have your loved ones around you. That's all that matters.
That's it. That's beautiful. Awesome. Thanks, Rick. Well, let's see. I know that folks have some questions, and there's a
Oh
bunch of
yeah,
questions coming in.
yeah,
So let's see.
yeah.
Let's see what folks are asking.
Hi,
Oh,
friends. Shout out to I saw my man AL in here. What's up?
yeah.
I saw my buddy Marcus Williams from the Saints.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks in here. What is your dream role for you to play from Azúcar Poetiza?
Jeez, that's so.
You got a dream role?
To play maybe like Johnny Pacheco from Fania. Yeah.
See, now that's something somebody got to write.
Yeah.
We got to get that one going. Hello, that's fabulous.
That would be dope. I would love to do. I would love to play him. I'd love to play him, or maybe someone like, I don't know. I mean, people have brought up some really good ideas. Like I saw Shuggy Otis, or like maybe DeBarge. Because they had such an interesting story behind them. So that would be kind of fun to play. I don't know.
Awesome. Let's see. This was kind of funny, but who's your favorite Latino comedian? We got Eric Rivera throwing himself in the thing, but I'm curious. Do you have
Yep, Eric Rivera. That's right. Eric Rivera's my favorite. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Coffee in the building. He just put out a really great short. I encourage everyone to check it out, called About the People.
That's my buddy. I love Coffee. Are you kidding me? I run with him all the time. Like,
yes,
Coffee
that's
is my pacer. Guy. He's like my pacer. He got me ready for marathons. Okay, so Coffee is the guy.
He's a beast. I'm talking about 26 miles. Running
Have you run a marathon?
Never. I struggle running down the block.
What? What do you mean? We're gonna have to work on this. If I could get a 5K, a half, and listen, I ran the Boston Marathon, bro.
Wow.
Last year. Boom.
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 I didn't say I have to be fast, but I did say I could run.
That's amazing. That's amazing. How long did it take you to train for that?
Oh, bro, it took me all year, and I've been running for years with my running crew in Washington Heights. So the fact is that there's a beautiful community in New York City, and every borough and every neighborhood has a running crew, and Coffee's doing his thing, and there's so many other crews, and everyone's just getting together, getting fit, and just working out, and like pushing each other. So like when we're at a marathon, we're there, mile 21, cheering people on. So it's become a huge community, and I invite anyone to participate in it. So you could come cheer, or you could come run. So.
I might just cheer.
You're always welcome to come through.
Yeah. All right. Done. Challenge
That's,
accepted.
that's great. Okay, let me see. We got, ooh, there's a specific question. Are you going to be in Green Arrow and the Canaries? This is a
No.
very big. That
No.
was a simple
That's an
answer.
easy question to answer. No.
Cool. Because I know a lot of folks, are tuning in because, they
Yes.
loved you on
Yes.
Arrow. They loved you on all
Yeah.
the
No.
things.
And I appreciate it. Yeah. It was so much fun doing Arrow. But yeah, there's no plans for me to be in it. I think that's going to be a separate thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, the fans have power out here. We can make things happen
They
if we
do.
get
They
together
do.
as our community, right?
They do. Well, Wild Dog deserves his own show.
People love Wild Dog.
Wild Dog deserves his own thing.
Boom.
Boom.
Let's work on this, okay?
Word.
Yes, I'm just so thrilled and so grateful for you, to be even in this time to talk to you because,
Word.
I know you, but I haven't gotten a
I
chance to talk
know.
to you.
I know. It's been a while. And, shout out to you and Dominic and everybody at New York Latino Film Festival, Calixto. You guys are just, holding the fort down, just, showing love and making the conversations where they should be. So salute to you guys and, very proud.
Thank you so much. I mean, and you let us know how we can support you. We're always here for you. Obviously, you have a ton of followers, but if people aren't following, please follow Rick because he's just too cool. And he's, and I see you working out. You've been doing a lot of working out. What's going on with all the,
Well, Wild Dog, from as soon as I booked Arrow, I had to hit the Jizam, and I was before, but I'm gonna be honest, working out's I don't enjoy it, but I do it. And it's important, but yeah, I couldn't quit now. Right. So it's kind of like, I got to keep going. So
we
here
got to
we are.
keep going.
You got to keep going.
And
You got to stay healthy.
that's it.
You got to stay
That's
healthy.
it. Stay healthy. So stay healthy because we want to see more from Rick Gonzalez. We want to see more from you. And, take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Thank you for all that you're doing and amplifying Latino voices in this world because we need you.
Thank you so much. Likewise. Much love to you guys. Abrazo.
Thank you so much. Yes. Mad love, Rick. I can't wait to see you in person.
Word. You're all ready.
I'm going to take you for a run, though. That's for sure.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Y'all gonna have to carry me.
We'll do it. I'm sure everybody's down to carry you, but it's all good. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everybody, tuning in. This is the New York Latino Film Festival. This is Dulce. Peace out, y'all.